Oh, yeah, recording in progress, coming to you from Seattle. Welcome to the Daybreak Star Radio Network. Our motto, what we stand for as a radio network 24/7, the only radio network officially indigenized in the airways. And oh, are we indigenized in the airways? I'm joined today by my co-host. You hear her on the air with me Monday through Friday on different radio shows. But today the focus is our special guest coming to us from San Diego. Paulo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. What is it, about 76 down there today? 77?
Oh, yeah, it's up there.
You got the air conditioning
Long
on?
sleeve got me sweating a little.
You got the air conditioning on, drinking enough water?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Now I'm going to pass the ball to you and honor you with our first question, please.
Thank you. Mahalo. So yeah, welcome. If you'd like to, first you can feel free to introduce yourself, and then feel free to share with us about, how you chose the name Hollow and, its significance to your music.
Got you. So, hello, my name is Hollow. I make very internet core music, I guess. The name Hollow I got from popular anime Bleach and popular game series Dark Souls. And what it signifies to me is like the concept of like losing one's humanity and becoming like hollow in your soul. And like I feel like surviving in this world does that to you. It like desensitizes you and like makes you really feel hollow. But yeah, that's
awesome. Thank you. So your musical journey started with trap metal, but has obviously evolved into cloud rap. How did this transition come about for you, and what do you enjoy most about the cloud rap game?
So,
genre. I'm sorry. Well, game, genre, same thing.
Yeah, the game. It's all the game.
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, it's just a issue of like production, because like finding producers to make like good like trap metal beats versus like, just kind of like a heavier like just trap beat is hard. So it's easier to find more like plug related beats that like I like personally. But yeah, I'm definitely open to still doing stuff like that. But I love cloud rap. It's like my top genre on Spotify all the time. It's just like the ethereal vibe to it. Like I love like lo-fi. It's like almost like a sound wall with just like nice sounds and some bars.
Gotta have the bars too, for sure. Yeah, but this is great. Thank you so much. And so just to, flow into a little bit about your musical journey and the different genres and hardcore elements you also have mentioned you want to explore. So what elements or themes do you plan to incorporate in future hardcore music projects and just in general?
Yeah, so like the first music that I ever even like connected with, because honestly, growing up with like my parents' music taste, I'm like, it's kind of lame. Like I don't even like have a passion for music really until I found like the Warped Tour bands, like Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil, like all that. I was like, okay, so this is music. This is peak MCR. I'm like, okay, I'm discovering that I actually do love music, and it's just finding the things that I do like. So like, I listen to this. Like I want to make black metal because there's kind of a bad connotation to black metal currently with lots of popular like Nazi bands in the genre, like Burzum or whatever. So I like artists like Gaylord that are like queering the genre and making it not a safe space for white supremacists, and I would like to do that too. But then again, production for that is like hard to find, and I'm not too versed on the production side yet. More. Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you. And let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right. Bladey, is that right? Bladey? Bladee?
Yeah, you can say Blade or Bladey. That's what he says.
Yeah, Bladey and the members of the Drain gang seem to be significant inspirations for your overall artistry. And if you could elaborate, please, on how their work has influenced your music and creative process as a whole.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you can't deny Drain's influence on the underground right now. It's like he's modeling for Heaven, Mark Jacobs, and an Echo. But what draws me to Blade, because it used to be like my tier list for them was Echo, Blade, Tyboy, but it's slowly grown to Blade, Echo, Tyboy, because Echo has like this gorgeous voice and delivery and such, and Blade's voice can be a little at times, but like the stuff that he says, like when you really like it, the poetry that he's making is just incredible, and I've never heard anything like it. And I want to be able to be so authentically myself that I can inspire others the same way that Blade inspired me.
Well said. Yeah. Awesome. Well said. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. So your music draws from a wide variety of genres and artists. So could you share some specific examples of non-traditional or cultural influences that have impacted your sound and style?
Yeah, so for like aesthetic purposes, definitely I'm a scene queen through and through. Like I used to have the tightest jeans ever all the time. I love that aesthetic. It just strangles my legs now. And like obviously the Drain Gang aesthetic has like pervaded so much throughout, and it's like evolved with like people like Yabujin and stuff. And as for like musicality, like I'd say, you know, Quinn, Saturn, Dollywood, those people that are like more rapper type hyperpop people, definitely influence my sound. Yeah, but I really do want to like be a jack of all trades, and I ain't saying be a master of none if you're doing a jack of all trades, but I want to be like, no, I can do that genre. I can make black metal. I can make, you know, rap. I can make punk. I can, yeah, just in the future when I can make it how I want to make it exactly.
Always good to look forward to the future and future, progression and build outs. What it's about. Some listeners may categorize your music as hyperpop, and if you could clarify what elements of your music align with that overall hyperpop sound, and how do you distinguish your work from the more conventional hyperpop artists as a whole?
So, like, I'm a hyperpop purist. Like, I only use like hyperpop in the hashtags because I know that's like for traction. Because like the stuff I make isn't Sophie, it's not AG Cook, not 100 Gex, like the really crazy stuff. Because again, my production needs work, but we're getting there. And I would love to make like actual hyperpop stuff like that with like the wonderful textures, but it's just so like productionally talented that like it's hard to reproduce. But I do see like just in the way I mix vocals, it's like very dreamy. I put some bit crush in there. So it sounds a little, you know, distorted. Like I remember when I was in the studio recording my first two songs, I had to keep telling like, is there any way you can make it sound worse? And like put some like, I just need some like grit in there. It's like, it's too clean. It's too not digitized at all. And now I like record my own vocals because of that, because I feel like I can get closer to the thing I want.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for elaborating on your process and like the different elements to the sound. Because yeah, there's so many dimensions and like it's so full, like your music and also the music of hyperpop. And I feel like yeah, just kind of finding the production and how to make that happen is its own like journey. That's so you mentioned your interest in the second wave. Is it Plug and B?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plug and B scenes with artists like Nova Gang, Slow Silver 03, and Bloodhound. So what draws you to this particular subgenre and how does it inform your music?
So honestly, that's how I was like introduced to the genre, because I was never like I'm sorry, I wasn't into like Charlie XCX and Sophie back when it was like cool to be into them. Kind of hopped on the bandwagon in like 2020, but we don't talk about that. So like But like when I first heard I Don't Want That Many Friends in the First Place by Quinn, I was like, dang, that is really cool. I like how that sounds. The like the distortion of it, the flow, like Quinn's crazy. She's definitely a big influence. Yeah, Bloodhounds, Nova Gang, Slow Silver, they're really the OGs. Nova Gang probably has some, I don't know, they have some questionable people in there, but we don't talk about them.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's really informative, and it's amazing that there's all of these really aligned artists who are making music that is really similar and resonates with you, and that you can, just continue to expand off of those artists that influence you.
Yeah, for sure.
And looking ahead, Hollow, you expressed the desire to branch out into more genres. Are there any specific genres or musical styles you're particularly excited to explore? And what drives your interest in diversifying your music for your fan base?
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, I know that people in my fan base will be very similar to me. And in that, I know that like I can rarely listen to like one artist in like one genre unless they're really versatile. So like I try to capture that, embody that, because like I get bored easy. Like it's a little ADHD things. Yeah. So I want to, and also just I don't want to like limit myself to be like, no, I only make this type of music and like that's what they want. So I have to keep making that, because that's just like the death of your own artistry. Like I'm going to make the music I want first and foremost. And whoever sticks around or doesn't like it anymore, like you can still listen to my old songs, but like whatever I make is what I want to make.
Awesome.